Let's go. I'm back. Hello. I'm here with my sister.
Hi.
I don't know if you've heard of this. There's a tag that went around like 3.5 years ago. That's called the childhood trauma tag. And
we're experts in that.
I'm a little late to the party, but I want to provide a different perspective than a lot of these other YouTubers have been doing. And being a Latino, being a math science guy, I was exposed to certain things that are kind of different from what other people have been talking about. So I'm really interested to see what you guys think, and also what my sister has to say about all of these weird things that scared me, even though they weren't that scary or whatever. We'll see. So, right. So this tag, okay, it's called childhood trauma, but it's about like movies and TV and video games mostly, not like real
I just went there.
Trauma. Yeah. So if we were to talk about like real trauma, I would talk about like divorce and like 9/11.
Sad stuff.
Yeah, which, wow, that really brought this down a lot. Let's get back to the fun stuff. Fun trauma. That's
Good
what I
trauma.
like. The trauma you like. I've got a top 10. But before that, we got some honorable mentions. Stuff that scared me enough for me to remember that it scared me, but not like big stuff. I'm gonna do lightning round rapid fire for those. The Raiders of the Lost Ark. Are you familiar with the Indiana Jones movie?
I love that movie.
It's very good. I also love that movie, and it still holds up. And there's this scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where they open the spoilers for this 40-year-old movie. They open the Ark, and all the Nazis, their faces melt off, and Indy and his girl will look away so they survive. Oh my God. Yeah, you remember this, right?
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, snap. Their faces
Bro.
do melt off.
Yeah, man.
I
yeah.
can see how that scares you, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
so...
we were young.
Yeah, and they get engulfed in flames and taken into a sky portal. This is crazy. Kind of cool, admittedly. I love, as an adult, I love the effects.
But you see all the blood.
Yeah, you do see the
and
blood
the
dripping
melting.
and like them screaming still as their faces are melting
I
off.
didn't know this scared you. Like, how many times have we watched this movie?
We did watch it a lot. It didn't scare me that much though.
It just made an impact.
Yeah, it's just enough for me to take note of it.
Right.
So next one, him from Powerpuff Girls. Okay, I know this sounds like Powerpuff Girls should not be scary, but him was a character that had like this really high shrill voice, but its name is him, so I think it's a guy.
He's like, I think in today's world he was probably like.
So yeah,
No.
so I mean, this was a lot for me to grapple with.
Different skin.
In addition to him being evil, him was actually evil too, like the embodiment of the devil. In addition to having this weird subtext, it was just too much for my little kid brain to handle in the early 2000s. I was like, should I? The stiletto heels.
The stiletto heels, all red.
I mean, fashion icon, but
Yeah.
kind of scary.
Fierce.
And see, there's a couple of really scary episodes with him too. Oh, this is him just like being normal.
Oh my gosh.
Right, but there's an episode. Oh yeah, being normal.
Yeah, he's kind of scary because
Right.
he has the little ear horns
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
green eyes.
That voice. Did you hear that voice?
No, wait, hold on. I can't remember his voice actually. Yeah, that's kind of creepy, and it would come out late at night too.
Yeah. This is kind of getting to me. Right.
It's a trigger.
And what? Him's just doing like yoga or something in this episode, and I'm still like, Betty Boop.
No.
You weren't scared by this?
No,
Okay,
I'm
it's just
not.
it's the New York animation style where their arms, it would be frame by frame, but they would move in ways that a human can't move, and their skeletons, with your skeletons, it's impossible
I
to.
I don't understand.
Let me try to show you a clip to explain why Betty Boop scared me a little bit. Oh, Betty Boop's looking thick. That's a Betty Boop cartoon.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just a little, I just imagine a human with actual proportions moving like that and being a little weirded out. Next honorable mention, we've got Chucky, the doll.
That did scare you. I remember that.
I was very scared. And people liked mentioning Chucky around me.
Yeah.
I remember
oh my gosh.
The Bride of Chucky came out when I was 4. That's like a horror comedy. Like, it's meant to be funny, but as a 4-year-old, I just saw a scary doll that stabbed people, you know? Yeah, I mean, the action stuff, not that much. Wasn't that scary, but the stuff with Chucky, the Chucky stuff got to me because I actually liked action figures and stuff like that too, so I had stuff like that in my house.
Exactly.
So just to imagine that got under my skin a lot. Purple and green ketchup. In the 90s, there was this obsession with
Food colors.
disgusting colors. Yeah, so nasty. One, ketchup is nasty. Hot take, I don't like ketchup. Ketchup's gross.
Listen.
It smells bad. It sounds like farts. It's not a good
You know
condiment.
how many times I try to get him to like ketchup?
She's fed me ketchup more times than you can count. You know, to each their own, whatever. But to color it purple or green and put it on your hot dog and then have green teeth after.
Yeah.
And in the 90s, bro, they tried anything and people bought it. Like, I remember going to barbecues and seeing that.
Yeah.
Easy Squirt with the purple ketchup on the nuggets.
Funk for your food.
Ew. A hard pass for me. Oh, we got mouthwash. There was this mouthwash also in the 90s. I don't know if you remember this. There's this mouthwash that when you spit it out in the sink, it would glow blue or green, showing you the germs, the plaque that you spit out of your mouth. So disgusting.
Listen, I'm sorry.
So disgusting. I hated that. I hated that. Actually, I had a pretty hard time finding the commercial for this. And I only found one, and it doesn't really exemplify how disgusting it is. Of course, the commercial doesn't show it. But another thing that I remember going to people's houses and them having this mouthwash, like, what crazy serial killer kid wants to see their plaque in the sink?
I mean, it could go both ways. I want to see what I'm cleaning, but at the same time.
Right. Also, I don't, though.
Ew,
That's
gross.
exactly. It's disgusting. Exactly. Oh, so disgusting. What the heck? What the heck, Listerine? I'm actually crying. Oh my gosh. We're in the honorable mentions.
I'm about to shed it.
And I'm crying. Oh, what the heck, man? That's too far. You took it too far this time. I don't know if you'll remember this one. I remember this night very clearly. My parents were like, we went to Blockbuster and they asked me to pick a movie and they told me, oh, pick a scary movie. Me being a smart aleck little 6-year-old kid or whatever, there was a movie called Scary Movie on the shelf and I picked it and we rented it and we watched it. I watched Scary Movie with my parents. Scary Movie. Yeah, the first one.
I remember.
Yeah.
Do you remember? They were like, oh.
Yeah, I remember there was a moment where they're like,
oh,
what rating is this?
It's rated R.
It's rated R. It should have been rated NC-17. Why? Because there's a scene with a glory hole in a guy's ear. Okay, it was a lot.
I remember that.
That was so. I was
watching that with our parents.
Yeah, so awkward. On top of that, of course, I don't know what's going on. But it was just like weird, and then my parents were weird about it, and I'm with my sister, and it was like super awkward. I did not want to.
That moment where you're so far into it, do you fast forward? You just
right, exactly. That's at the end of the movie too. That's at the end of the movie, which there were some actually funny moments, like a scream on the phone or whatever. It was actually funny, even for me as a kid. But that should have gotten a higher rating. Do you remember when on PBS or whatever, there would be like a public safety broadcast test and it would just be like,
alert,
and they would do it in the middle of the afternoon. I was watching Sesame Street.
Like the world's gonna end.
Yeah, I was like, am I about to die? Have the nuclear bombs gone off? Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Hold on, I've got it here actually. I don't know why I put this down. The National Emergency Alert System. Get ready to get triggered.
1370.
Zombies.
Exactly. This is like
Coronavirus. End of the world.
As a kid, I was like, I've got to kill myself. I don't know what. The concept of vampires. There wasn't like a specific vampire like Dracula or anything, but I remember the day that they explained what vampires were at my pre-K, going home and crying to my dad. I don't know why that scared me.
Who explained it to you?
I don't, but it wasn't, I don't think they were trying to scare me. But I think that day I got a cut too and I started bleeding. Mm-hmm. It's like the type of thing with like Jaws and you go in the water and you're like scared. Yeah. I think it was the type of thing where they talked about vampires being the supernatural thing that sucks your blood. And then I got a cut that day and I was like, ah! Yeah, I just went home and cried to my dad that day. Next honorable mention, Anastasia destroying Rasputin. That was a scary scene.
God.
That was a scary scene. For one, Rasputin, his eyeballs and his organs would always pop out of his body. His limbs would fall off as he's walking around. And like he would keep talking and like have no eyes and just be a head on the floor, be talking. Bro.
As a little kid.
Bro, that was... In addition to that, the scene where he gets destroyed was pretty scary. Here's what I'm talking about, where his limbs just like fall off and whatever, just as he's walking around, because he's like an undead is the thing, right? Right? Oh my gosh, this is scary. What the heck?
Oh yeah, it is.
This
scary.
is scary.
It is scary, yeah.
What the heck? He crumbles, his flesh falls off his bones become dust, and then get blown away in the wind, and he's screaming the whole time, what the heck? Yeah. And then the whole time she's like, this was for my brother, this was for my dad, this was for me. And then he's just like, ah! Perfect reenactment. All right, here's another one. Diamonds of Sierra Leone by Kanye West, the music video.
That's one of mine.
Was one that
eyes.
The black eyes and the kid.
It still gets to me.
Yeah. Even watching it now, I was like, I need to buy responsibly sourced diamonds. Like, what? I don't want to get a copyright strike, so I don't know how much of that I can talk about. Diamonds are forever.
You sing the rest.
3 diamonds in the sky, you feel the vibe. Yeah, you fill in the lyrics. You know the song I'm talking about. Forever. I'll see how much editing I need to make that sound decent. That concludes our honorable mentions. Let's get into the juicy meat. The meal, the real... What is that, Shakira?
Yeah.
Number 10, we've got the Martin theme song. Season 3.
Martin!
What? Yeah, the theme song is scary because there's like, every time that show would come on TV, I would like run out of the room. I would change the channel or something because they have Martin Lawrence walking around, but he has a giant bobblehead. But he's a normal human, but with a giant head like a bobblehead, but with regular human proportions. So he's got a massive head walking around, and it's in like early 2000 CGI, which is like, so it looked really creepy. A giant Martin face on a giant Martin head on a regular human body as he's walking around and dancing and whatever, and it's like, it got to me. Once you see it, you'll understand what I mean. Oh! Gives me shivers. Okay. Yeah, it's... Whoa! Hey! Whoa! Flag on the play! Uncanny Valley! Creepy, giant-headed man! I don't like this! That is scary! I do not like this! No, Martin. No. I don't like that. After watching all these childhood trauma videos 3.5 years ago, I didn't see anyone mention the Martin theme song, okay? So I needed to make this video myself. Number 9 is another one that's very specific to my upbringing, okay? I feel like we're hitting a theme here. Vicky, do you remember this commercial? There was a man who's gonna eat a fish, and the fish talks to him, and the fish says, no me comas. That
acid reflex.
Yeah, that commercial. It's a good commercial. I'll admit it's a good commercial. You remember it. Yeah. Still, that commercial came out in like 2001.
That's like the inside joke whenever you eat a fried fish.
Exactly. But the thing is, my grandma would make fish that look exactly like that fish. So I'll be looking at the TV on Univision. That commercial will come on. I'll look at my plate and be like, Pedro, te estoy comiendo. It wouldn't be scary if your grandma didn't make that exact fish constantly. And you would see it, and you would see the commercial, and you would eat it, and it would be a talking, sentient fish that was after being fried. After the fish being fried, it would still talk. Come on, give me a break. Okay, we got, Felipe, no me comas.
OG Felipe,
Yeah.
we're still talking about him today.
It jumps up from the plate to talk to him. Okay, the commercial's funny. The commercial's funny.
You brought back my child.
But yeah, the fish comes up from the plate to be like, please don't eat me. That's when I was like, I need to be vegan.
Yay!
So yeah, another one that no one has ever met. I've never heard people talking about this commercial. People need to know about this commercial, okay? All right, number 8 is a movie from the 90s by Tim Burton at his prime. Amazing director. Hot off the heels of Nightmare Before Christmas, hot off the heels of Edward Scissorhands. He made a movie. It was like a comedy, sci-fi movie that I watched as a kid. It's called Mars Attacks, and the aliens were giant eyeballs. Only the brain, not a head, but like a giant brain was their head, and they would vaporize people constantly. It was another type of thing like The Bride of Chucky, where it's meant to be a comedy, but as a kid, I didn't get it. I just saw extremely creepy, disgusting looking aliens vaporizing people left and right. Not only that, there was a lot of really weird scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
Like people's heads being placed on dog bodies. It was very weird. And as a kid, I did not understand the comedy part of it. So I was just like really creeped out.
And our parents thought it was funny.
Yeah, our parents did think it was funny. I remember watching that movie often. Here's the scene I'm talking about with the dog body and the human head. Weird. Right, how do you feel about that as a 6-year-old watching that? And I think they kiss or something too, which is also another layer of like, as a kid, right? Yeah, confusion. Confusion is the name of the game here, all right? I just did not understand what was going on. It went over my head.
Yeah.
As a kid, watching this, as a kid, right? Imagine 5-year-old me. Okay? How am I supposed to feel about that? How am I supposed to feel about that? And I like sci-fi too, so I liked science. I was like, aliens, laser guns, give it to me. I want to watch. Show me the movie. And then like, the most complex part of this movie for me as a child was this scene right here.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to assess this?
Oh my
God. How am I supposed to?
Creepy.
Because I know she's an alien, right? But I also know that I'm a red-blooded Latin American man who feels confusion. I felt a lot of confusion about this. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces here that I couldn't make heads or tails of. Like I said, it's kind of like a running theme in a lot of these things that got to me.
How were we watching? I mean, Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks is definitely not that bad.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of really weird stuff that was not explained to me.
Right.
Number 7, here's one that a lot of kids can relate to. Say it with me. Courage, the cowardly dog. Creepy, really creepy show. There's an episode that I remember extremely clearly where the grandpa has like something on his foot that makes his foot grow and change color and get bumps on it. So disgusting. I feel like I could smell that episode. I feel like I still remember the smell of that episode.
Ew.
Sorry.
Ew.
I'm gagging.
I smell that house.
Yeah, right? I don't know, the animation style.
And cigarettes.
Yes. Everything about it was just so pervasive. Like you couldn't escape it once you saw it.
I showed it to Gabriella and she freaked out.
I can imagine. I don't blame her.
So you can relate.
The clutching foot. Oh, whoa. Even as wow. This is...
The sound effects of it all. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is nasty.
I'm not even watching it.
I think it's the sound effects, bro.
Oh, God. I can't watch this. Oh my God. Wow, get it off. Okay. Whoa. I didn't think that would get to me. I did not think that would get to me. I'm actually crying again. Oh my God. Whoa. Whoa. Number 6 is another one that's specific to me, I feel like. I don't ever hear anyone talking about this. There's a science fiction movie from the 90s that was just groundbreaking, exceptional visuals, and really creative world building. Also, there was like a pretty girl, so of course I wanted to watch the movie. It was called Fifth Element. Bruce Willis in his prime. Chris Tucker was in the movie? Chris Tucker in his prime. After revisiting this movie, doing research for this, it's definitely not the movie I remember as a kid. As a kid though, that movie was amazing, right? I thought it was really interesting. But there is a scene with a blue lady, right? A blue opera singer lady. Okay, there's a running theme here, right?
About the song that she sings?
Yeah, that song still slaps. Okay, go listen to it on Spotify. All right, but yeah, you remember it. Yeah, I think I have it here, but yeah, that's the song. Also, she's not really wearing clothes, but she's clearly a lady, right? She's clearly a girl. Okay. As if that's not enough, right? Naked alien lady singing beautifully. She gets shot and Bruce Willis has to reach into her stomach to pull out a rock?
Yeah.
What? Okay, what?
And the blood though.
Yeah, and her green blood. Okay, and she's just like, do it. Reach it, you must. Like she was waiting for him to reach into her to pull out the rock.
She wanted that.
There's a lot of layers here that my brain as a kid, I mean, honestly, as an adult, I don't know. You know, this kind of explains a lot, actually, now that I think about it.
Yep. Oh, look at that hair.
Iconic.
That dress is, that fall is iconic. She fell with class.
Oh, this is medical right now. This is intense, right? All right, there's a lot.
And the blood on his forehead, like how is it on his forehead?
She was bleeding and she touched him. She reached him. Yeah.
Don't touch me.
Well, when you're a hot alien blue lady, let's see. I'm about to date this video right now. This is nasty. Don't get this.
Is it nasty?
Extremely. It tastes like concrete. No, it tastes like coolant.
Ew. Like antifreeze?
Yeah, it tastes like antifreeze. We're in the good part, all right? We're in the meat. The dark meat, the dark web. The top 5 things that scared me as a kid. And I put a lot of thought into this list. I've been sitting on this for the better part of a year or 2. And I've thought about everything that could possibly have scared me. I've triggered a lot of memories, asked around, and done a lot of research. So the top 5, I'm pretty comfortable with these numbers. Number 5. You know, I was a kid interested in math and science. In my middle school, and my high school, they had a shop. They called it a shop. Okay, they had saws and they had wood and stuff like that. But before we could use any of that material, they would give us classes on like how to hammer a nail, like how to use the equipment, how to use a drill, whatever. And to dissuade us from like trying anything crazy, they showed us these public safety ads that were controversial when they were released. They were pretty graphic. They were extremely graphic. They were very graphic ads. Mind you, they were effective. I'd never tried anything crazy with the saw blades or nothing, but they were very graphic ads that show the consequences of what happens when you are reckless with a ladder or whatever. Okay, trigger warning, this stuff, I'm talking about trauma, right? And this stuff does get graphic. So more than it has already gotten graphic. Yeah, all right, if you're sensitive, right, we're talking about trauma, so what are you even doing here? I'm gonna show you an example.
Never put the deep fryer so close.
You should see my sister's face right now.
That was intense.
All right, they showed this to a classroom of middle schoolers, all right? Including me. Guess what? I never carried around a full deep fryer when there was an oil slick on the floor, all right? So you could trust I never did that, all right? Yeah, there's like 5 of these, and they showed them all to us. This one's another iconic one.
No!
Yep. You know where that's going, right? Yep.
Accident? It's just no accident. The company should have replaced that ladder years ago.
Yep.
I knew I shouldn't have reached over like that.
The thing is, it's the people narrating, like, oh, you know what? I shouldn't have put this saw blade near my rear end, but when I sat on it, it cut me in half.
And they're bleeding.
And they're just talking to you with their legs wide open, like, all right, all right. You can trust I never played with a saw, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't mess around with that, all right? I get it. Middle school. Sorry, they showed me this in middle school.
Yeah, it's kind of intense.
Yeah. Number 4. They're getting more and more specific to me. Breathe.
Oh God.
There's
Yo, that one was intense.
Yeah, I feel like the other ones are not as intense. Definitely not as intense.
That was intense.
That's the most intense
Listerine
one,
and
but
the-
it did not get to me as much as the other ones.
Oh my God.
The other ones kind of
I'm scared.
lingered. They lingered in my mind and made me who I am. There's a movie. It's called AI, directed by Steven Spielberg. I think it's Spielberg. And it's about an alien or about a robot boy in a family. A robot boy learning to be a real boy. Some Pinocchio type movie, right? Yeah. Which is fine. I love science fiction, right? I asked for this, right? I was like, a robot? I'm in. Okay, before this, you need to know I have a problem just in general. Like, I'm not afraid of heights. I'm not afraid of the dark or animals, snakes. Nothing really gets to me, right? What does get to me, and I'll scream, is if I see stuck on food. I hate stuck on food, on dishes, or a film of liquid where there's not supposed to be a film of liquid. I don't know why. I have some theories, but I'm not 100% sure why I hate that. And that gets to me on a deep psychological level. I have a problem with that. So there's a scene in AI where this robot boy, he can't eat food because he's a robot, but he sits at the table and he pretends to eat food with his real family. But one of the kids is eating spinach, and the kid's like bragging to the robot boy. Disgusting. Disgusting. Already disgusting. Already disgusting.
I can't see people chewing their food.
But then the robot boy's like, oh, let me prove it to you. And he eats he starts eating food, and his real parents are like, you can't, you're a robot. And then he malfunctions because he's eating real food, and it shows his face melting and the food in his mouth. The food in his mouth is the worst part. I don't care about his face melting. We've been through Indiana Jones already at this point. You can melt a face, I don't care. But you show food in your mouth, that's nasty.
That is nasty.
Let me show you the clip that I'm talking about. I remember more, because then it cuts, all right? I remember this. I haven't seen the movie since the first time I watched it that one time because it was too scary. But there's the next scene after that, it cuts to his body open, his robot insides, and spinach all over it. That's so nasty. I don't care about cutting him open. I don't care about his robot body. I don't care none. But the spinach inside. Yeah, here's a. I'm getting wheezy. I can't.
That is nasty.
That's not even like the worst part.
David, stop. Go. David would have got a whooping.
Bro, white people.
No,
I can't watch this.
stop gagging.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Okay, and then it cuts to the surgery. I can't. Oh, that's so nasty. Can we agree that's nasty?
Oh, that is nasty.
All right, that got to me. Now we're in the top 3, baby. You're gonna know number 3.
Oh God.
You ready?
Yeah. I feel like this is low-key triggering.
Whew. Get yourself together. Number 3, 2 words. I got 2 words for you. Any Latinos? Where my Latinos at? Latinos in the building. Despacito. 2 words for you. Hongosan, Hongoman. All right? All you gringos watching, you don't know what I'm
Can't
talking
relate.
about. You don't know.
You don't
The
know.
nasty disgustingness of Hongosan, Hongoman, all right? Hongosan es Hongoman. 3 words that would send shivers down the spine of any millennial Latino, man.
You're a real one if you know about
You're a real one if you know about Hongosan. Hongosan is a medicine for foot fungus. Hongoman is a fungus superhero, mascot of Hongosan. So their motto, I've never forgotten it, it's haunted my dreams since I was a boy. There's no problem with foot fungus medicine, no problem with cute mascots, even though Hongoman is definitely not cute. Not my type at all. Not a naked alien chick. The problem is when you show the foot fungus on TV twice every commercial break. Hongosan is Hongoman. Hongosan is Hongoman. Hongosan is Hongoman. The foot fungus. Hongosan is Hongoman. The disgusting foot fungus. The disgusting nails. Hongosan is Hongoman. Growing up, couldn't escape it. Hongosan is Hongoman. Ah! Y'all don't understand. These commercials were disgusting. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, wow. What was that? That was already too much. Vicky, got a load of this commercial.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Brace yourself.
Oh, wait, what's happening?
I'm in my top 3 things that scared me as a kid.
You mean the fish?
I already passed the fish.
Dang it!
Yeah.
Not the fish! Like, no me comas?
Yeah.
It's like the fish. We'll talk to you. Don't
Hila knows.
Oh, that is nasty. I remember this commercial.
What sick, psychotic serial killer madman puts this on TV? You can't unknow this ever, alright? You can't escape the knowledge. Hongosan is Hongoman. You can't escape it. He's always watching you. He wants your foot fungus.
He looks like Captain America.
That's the worst Avenger ever. Look at that CG. Look at that animation right there. That's Pixar right there.
I can't believe that's your number 3.
Why can't you believe that?
That's insane.
It's very scary.
I would think that the number 4
Would be worse?
Yeah.
No, this was worse for me.
Oh.
The thing is, this was constant.
Right.
That was just one scene in a movie.
It marked
This was
me.
every commercial break. Anytime Abuelito would be watching Caso Cerrado or whatever, I would see that commercial 20 times. Guaranteed. It's the top 2. And we've got Hila and Lisette to join us too.
Hi.
That was great. No one could ever guess these. You'd have to know me to know these. Number 2 is, I was a gamer, okay? I've been a gamer. I'm an OG, Nintendo, PC. I was a MLG, as a 5-year-old. My dad had this old, white, compact computer. I've talked about the games I played as a kid before on this channel, but I have not talked about the ones that scared me. Oregon Trail 2 is my number 2 spot because there was FMV, like full motion video animation in it. It would be like fake mountains and whatever in the background, but it would be a real person, like a photorealistic, like a picture of a person. Their face talking and moving was like unnatural. It was like, let's trade with the Indians. But which is fine. It's fine for the game. But the thing is, you'd be going on the trail and things would pop up and the music would be like, bum bum, Joey got bit by a rattlesnake. Right? So it was scary. Right?
I love that game.
You would be going on the trail and then it would be like, bum bum, Jennifer has cholera, right? And you're like, what? How'd she get cholera? I didn't tell her to drink water or whatever. I said I was a really good gamer. I wasn't that good. I did not understand what the Oregon Trail was as a kid. I just tried to get from point A to point B. And a lot of sacrifices were made on the way. Morale was extremely low. We would truck through the winter at full speed. I would not stop, okay? I wanted to get there. I remember only barely making it to the end a few times. But the worst one was when morale was low and your party threw a mutiny against you. When they demoted you as captain and you can't even play, they don't even let you play the game anymore. You're on the trail, you can't make decisions. You're just like a normal, what the heck is the point at that point? Yeah, exactly. That's the scariest one because it would pop up, boom, boom, your people hate you. Because you don't know until it happens, right? So it was the type of thing that is just like a pervasive thing in my mind. There's a guy talking over it, so my apologies, but.
I remember this.
You elect me, then dismiss me right away, you bunch of assholes.
Well, okay, but yeah, that's the worst thing. Is when it will pop up and it'll be like, all of them are mad at you. I hate that. That's the scariest thing ever, right? When it's just all these people you travel with for hundreds of miles, and they're in your face like, you've been dismissed. I could be the leader. I could be the captain. Give me a chance. Sorry I let everyone die, but come on. That was the worst thing. Folded into this, like a little burrito, is Amazon Trail. Okay, it's kind of like a spin-off Oregon Trail. Amazon Trail, there was a Jaguar King. The Jaguar King sent you down the Amazon River to find resources, and you basically could get off the canoe to look at a part of the forest and you could find things for the Jaguar King. It was fun, but anytime the Jaguar King would talk, it would be scary. Let me show you. Don't even trip.
The Inca people are sick with malaria.
Oh, snap. I remember this.
Is a medicine for it. Your quest is to find some cinchonas and bring it to the Inca king.
I don't know, find the cinchona. Find the cinchona. What even is cinchona, by the way? 5-year-old me did not know. And also, who's this jaguar god who's commanding me to do this? Who, I don't even know what the narrative was, right? So it was really weird, really strange, but that's number 2 for me. And number 1 is super random, okay? Extremely random. I have a question for you, Vicky.
What?
I don't know for a fact. I don't know this for a fact. This is live. We're live, okay? Did you ever do Little Shop of Horrors in your high school?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. All right. Right. Number 1 has to do with Little Shop of Horrors, right?
Oh, snap.
Right? I feel like you know where this is going. If you know what Little Shop of Horrors is, you know where this is going, right? I'm not afraid of plants or being eaten. I don't know why this is a thing that really got to me, but it really got to me. It gave me like existential dread. I was in middle school, so I was on the older side. I don't know why this got to me so much. I was on the older side of the whole childhood thing. So I got the DVD from the library, and I watched the DVD.
Because I was doing a musical.
Because my sister was doing the musical on it. I knew it. That's why. Okay, so my sister did the musical on it. I watched the DVD, and great songs. Okay, funny story. It is like a black comedy, right? So a lot of things I was like, oh, that is funny. Okay, the songs are cute. I was about it. Okay, here's the thing. The DVD has an alternative ending. All right, and that was the beginning of the time that I was starting to get into movies, movie trivias, how movies are made or whatever. I clicked on the special features, what the alternate ending was, and it was dark. It was a dark ending, because in the movie, it ends with Seymour and the girl getting married, going to their house, and there's a little Audrey plant, and that's it. You know, it's a cute ending. They live happily ever after, right? And the alternate ending, one, it wasn't put in the movie, so they didn't finish it. So it's scarier because it's in black and white, and it's like partially done special effects and stuff. And also it's in black and white. I don't know why that makes it so much scarier. But also the alternate ending is Audrey 2 defeats Seymour and then takes over the world.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Spoilers for Little Shop of Horrors. The alternate ending, right? And the real ending, I guess. Audrey 2 takes over the world. And it's shown, and it's scary. It's scary, okay? Let me see if I can get it. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can watch this.
Very serious? You're watching it live?
Yeah, we're going through it.
No way.
Believe it, baby.
Okay, it doesn't sound scary, but the black and white, the unfinished effects, Audrey taking over the world, right? Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can get to the... Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh my, hey. With the upbeat music, it's uncanny, all right? It's too much for me. I can't even look at this. What the heck?
The little ones.
I was freaking out right
Okay.
now. Is that
Okay.
what freaked you out when you watched the Jumanji movie?
Yeah, when I saw Jumanji for the first time, I lost it.
The plan that comes out of the...
Oh, yeah, that always freaked me out.
It's not just Seymour. These things run around New York City and destroy everything and take over the world. You can't escape. Audrey 2's gonna eat you.
And the mini Audreys.
And the little mini Audreys too. And it's to this upbeat, funky music.
I think that's pretty great.
Bro, what the
I
heck?
need to watch that. That's great.
The army is trying to take them out. The army can't deal with it. We have no hope. All hope is lost. Audrey 2's gonna kill us all.
It's right on top of the Statue of Liberty.
It's thirsty for blood too. I don't know if you knew that. If you haven't seen Little Shop of Horrors, it wants your blood specifically, your blood, which is also tapped into the vampire thing from earlier. It wants your blood, right? Okay, so that's a little peek into my brain. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you watching this video. I'm gonna go cry in my bed now for 20 minutes.
This definitely triggered.
Yeah, oh. I'm like, I have a problem. Okay, oh man, I'm tense. I need a bath or a massage or something. Whew. Okay, hey, any Latinos out there can relate to Hongosan, Hongoman? Any brothers out there who saw Martin? Did any of these scare you as a kid? Please let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Okay. All right. Goodbye, my friends. Love you. And subscribe. Thanks.
Wow, I can't believe that was number one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
That's insane. Well, I didn't know that the musical triggered you that way.
It did. It did. Especially the alternate ending on the DVD. Yeah, definitely.
That is so specific too.
Yeah, it is extremely specific, but I never shook that.
my
That never escaped my brain. That stayed with me forever. And I sat through it petrified, watching the entire thing too. I was like, it's like 15 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, you did this. You did this.
You know, I was guilty of showing you the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
The Chucky movie.
That's my top 5 right there.
Yeah.
Just kidding. All right. Goodbye, my friends. Love you.